Hey YouTube, this is Mystic Virgo. Today is June the 20th, 2019. Today I wanted to do something different. I'm combining two different cards here for your reading. I'm not exactly sure what I'm looking for or who this message would be for, but it's going to be a reading that's targeted to maybe one or two specific people, if not more. If you resonate with it, that's okay. But if you don't, that's okay too. But if you resonate with this channel or if you like the videos that I've been putting out, please hit the subscribe button and the bell so you can know when I post something new. But like I said, this reading is going to be for specific people. I'm trying to think about what it is I can say or what you all need to know. So I'm just going to start shuffling the cards to see what I come up with. I've combined two cards to get a message. It's going to be a personal message for you, specifically for you. So I guess you can listen to the message and see if it resonates with you. Just trying something different. I'm seeing who this message may resonate with, or who it touches, or who it catches. It's going to be for someone specific. So I'm just going to shuffle. Still have this cold, so excuse me for sniffling and sneezing. I already have here triumph and success. I'm going to put that out because it did fall out. Maybe there's something you wanted to do or something that you were hoping to do. And here's a solitude card. But these two are from the same deck, so we'll see what we come up with once I'm done shuffling them. I have two cards that fell out. I have Healer of Ages and I have Angel of Abundance. And this is from a different deck also. So we have two different decks here going. But that doesn't mean I'm going to separate the message. I'm just going to see what calls out to me and just go from there. There's some kind of success. Something that you probably worked on in solitude that you didn't want to tell anybody about. Maybe working on writing a book, possibly. Or working on some kind of project that you wanted to keep a secret until you were done with it or until you were complete with it. Nobody knows about this. This is something that you probably put your heart and mind into and thought about before you actually decided to do it. I have here, recognition and reward. Yes. Excuse me. So, yeah, whatever you're doing or whatever you have done, it helps a lot of people. I see the seat here. It helps a lot of people, whatever it is you're thinking about doing or that you are working on doing. But you did it behind closed doors, or you are working on this project behind closed doors. You know that this project, whatever it is going to help a lot of people because I have the Healer of the Ages here. Whatever it is, whatever the endeavor, book that you're working on, maybe a movie script, or maybe a story, some kind of art project that you're working on that's going to really, really help a lot of people. Maybe it's a personal story about what you've been through in your life. And this is going to be like, this is going to balance you out. This is going to not only help you heal, but it's going to help a lot of different people heal. It's going to bring a lot of recognition and reward your way. But it's like there's some deceit going on, or that has going on with this, and that's or you wanted to keep it quiet, your project quiet, because you didn't want people to either steal your idea or to do what you were doing, or to find out what you were doing because you didn't want them to steal your idea, steal your joy, or steal your success. You didn't want them to take your idea and run with it and make it for their own. So here I have, mental conflict. So yeah, you have been conflicted about this, and you were wondering, well, should I do this? Should I not? It's going to bring a lot of pain. I have here woman holding a heart. When I said a lot of pain, it's probably going to bring a lot of pain to somebody I care about. My story or whatever I'm putting out will probably hurt a lot of people, or the story that I have to tell. It's going to hurt a lot of people, or it's going to tick a lot of people off. because it was some sneaky stuff behind the story that I'm telling. But the thing about it is, it's your destiny to tell your story. It's your destiny to put it out there for people to look at, for people to admire, for people to enjoy. Even if it may hurt a break a fruit, even if it will break a few hearts, it's time for you to tell your story. Your story is your destiny. This is who you were meant to be. This is what you were put on the earth to do. Put on your earth to tell your story. It's seems like it's a very intense story. Whether you want to talk about it to a group of people, whether you want to write it out, um, whether you want to go to support groups and talk about it, whether you are a person who gets in front of a crowd and tells your story to people so you can inspire other people to come forward about what's been going on in their lives. There's no reason for you to be mentally conflicted about it, because this is your life. This is your story. You're telling your story the way you know it, and nobody can ever take that away from you. And whatever it is, I mean, I congratulate you for taking on this, because it's probably a tough situation for you to take this story out, to tell your story. It's humbled you. It's turned you into the person that you are today. Your story is probably something very sad and very emotional for you, but you were still and able by strong and powerful enough to put the story out there, and that's a really, really good thing. That's a really good thing that you're doing. It's movement, choices, and decisions. You made this decision, and you made the choice to put this story out there. And this doing that by itself is going to bring you some definite uh, recognition and reward. You're definitely going to be recognized for your hard work, your dedication. You're definitely going to be recognized for your bravery. I keep hearing bravery. You're very brave for putting your story out there, because people need to hear about whatever it was that happened to you. You're putting it out there. And what story do they want to tell? I'm just asking the spirit, angels, and guides, what story do you have to tell? What is this story about? What is this story about? Your base chakra. So you know it in your head. You're not telling it right now what the story is about. You don't want to spill the beans just yet, because you don't want people to know about it. You don't want your close family and friends to know about it just yet. But it's like when they do know about it, a lot of shit is going to hit the fan. And here I have harmony. Yeah, it's going to maybe ruffle a few feathers in your family. They probably don't want you to tell the story. Whatever story it is, whatever it may be, tell your story. Don't be afraid. What's that saying? Tell it like it is. Tell it. So what? It is what it is. That's your story. Tell your story the way you see fit. Nobody can control how you tell your story but you. Nobody can tell your beginning, the middle, and the end, because they weren't there the way you were. It has something to do with your heart chakra. You're spilling your guts. You're putting your heart into this mission of yours, this mission of divinity, this mission of telling people what you went through, so they possibly won't have to go through it. You want to share your story with people. You finally want to share your story. It's like, yeah, you want people to really, really concentrate on what you write. You put a lot of work, or you are putting a lot of work into this, and you want people to finally see it. You want people to finally see how bright you shine. You see this star up here? You want people to see just how bright you shine, and how strong and how brave you are for putting your story out there. I don't care if you're 10 or 45 or 65. Put it out there. Let people see about it. Let people know. Because you went through it, that doesn't mean that you are the first and last person that will ever go through it. I mean, we all share ties that bind us. We all share ties that bind us. I have to say that twice. We all share ties that bind us. And that's true. And it's going to be triumphant for you. It's going to be a success. Big. It's going to be a success. So whatever the story is you're trying to put out there, it's going to be big. Here's another. This is a crown chakra. So you're definitely working on your base chakra. You're working on your crown chakra. And you're working on your heart chakra. So you are coming alive with this story, telling this story, telling about who you are, who you were, who you have become because of what happened to you. Probably when you were younger, maybe coming up, maybe middle-aged, young woman. I have here the shadow card. fighting yourself, wondering if you should do this or not. Who would this hurt? Who would this upset? Should I put this out here? You don't doubt yourself any longer because you're probably at the point where either you are just now telling your story or your story will be out there already. So, there's no need for you to worry about the heartache and what you're going to lose in the process. You're not going to lose anything. You're just going to gain some peace of mind. You're going to gain not only peace of mind but your solitude. You're going to gain a life of solitude, and this is probably something you've never had because you always had this on your mind, and you're finally going to get it done. You will no longer have to hold your head down. You see that? You don't have to hold your head down. You don't have to cry anymore about it. Yeah, I mean, cry, yeah, because that helps you, but you don't have to make it a living. You don't have to let the tears drown you. Let them out and get them over with. The heartache and loss is over with because you're going to be not only healing your heart in the process and healing your chakra in the process, you're going to be healing a lot of other people too. You're going to be like a spokesperson for whatever story you're wanting to put out. And that's why I wanted to do this reading tonight. The reading is going to be for a specific person. You know who you are. So that's what I'm going to call it. A specific person, you know who you are, because this is not going to be for everybody, but it's going to be for someone who needs to hear it, somebody who needs to see it. And I pray that the person who this is for will actually see this reading. I don't know if they will see it, but if this is for you, you'll know exactly who you are. You're releasing something that happened to you. You're telling your story. It's like you're televising your story. If you want to write it down, talk about it, however you get it out there, you're televising it. You're televising it because your life has really you've been discontent and boring your life. And it's not really discontent, but really what I see here is you just turning your back to different things, turning your back to reality because you didn't want to face the truth of what happened to you or the life that you've led. I'm thinking about abuse, physically, emotionally. I'm thinking about people putting their hands on you, hurting you, different things like that. And you just turn your back on a lot of different things in your life. And there's no need to turn your life back like that. Look forward, look ahead at everything that you have accomplished, everything you will accomplish in your life. Because you're telling your story needs to be heard. And from you telling your story, you're going to have financial and material gains in your life. This is going to be fruitful for you in so many different ways, not just financially, but emotionally and spiritually. You're going to have so much healing, not only for yourself, because you're going to feel that you're healing yourself, but you're also healing a lot of other people who have been through what you've been through, male and female. You're definitely going to start helping a lot of people. They're going to look up for you. They're going to ask you questions. How did you get over this? How did you get through this? How did you get through this? I'm still going through this myself. And fertility. See, this is going to be a fruitful thing for you. You're going to have all kind of lights coming on inside your head if they already haven't. This is going to open the room for you to do more things with telling stories, maybe writing, producing, maybe being a professional photographer or anything that's dealing with arts. Your future is about to grow because you've told your story. You've told your story and you've told it from a heart perspective. And people love that. People coming out of their hearts and telling their stories. So you're definitely going to get some kind of recognition and your future is going to be very fruitful. Very fruitful. And here I have a woman holding a coin. Very, very fruitful. Your life is going to change in great dramatic ways. So get ready. Maybe a costume designer. Maybe I see also from this card here, maybe a costume designer for plays, maybe writing plays, maybe hooking up with somebody like Tyler Perry to write movie scripts or something like that. Or, oh gosh, the lady who wrote, I can't think right now, y'all. Anyway, screenwriter. I see and feel screenwriter. Shantae Grimes, is that her name? The one who wrote Grimes. You all type it in, you know what I'm talking of. Yeah, I see a screenwriter. I'm also, what am I feeling? Hold on. I feel a lot of heavy sadness right now. It's pain and heartache right now. Take a break, breathe, relax a little bit more, um, work on your self-esteem. No, no man is an island. You can't do this all alone. Yeah, you feel emotionally lost right now because are you having your recent past because you just didn't know what else to do, and what the spirit told you to do was to write your story. Write your story. Tell people how you feel. Tell people what you've been through in your life. You can heal people. You can help heal people through spirit. If you listen to your intuition is probably telling you what to do. And I'm getting too many cards, so I'm just going to stick these back in here. Your intuition tells you what to do. All you have to do is follow your first mind. You know how we always say, I should have followed my first mind. Yeah, follow your first mind, which is something you are starting to do because you have started to put your story out there and you started to tell your story. I definitely see you writing scripts, movie scripts, sitcom scripts. Um, this card, uh, this card is speaking more to me than just a woman holding a coin. I see stories coming out of this. I see movies. I see makeup contracts coming out of this. I see interior designer, or clothing designer, makeup artist. Um, I see a veterinarian, but not too much. Or you have a lot of different qualities that you haven't even recognized that you have yet. You have more than one gift. A gift of writing, of course, but there's also another gift hidden inside you that you need to pull out for yourself. You have so many different gifts that you aren't realizing that you have. I have here a man holding a heart, walking away, and light. So you're going through all the stuff that you've gone through, writing your story and everything. Oh, I see. Excuse me. So you're writing a story, and I said earlier that I see abuse here in the card. So maybe this man here was physically abusive. Maybe you have a speech impediment. Um, but this man here is holding a heart, and you're walking away from this person. You're walking away from this person, whoever this resonates with, because he was physically abusive to you. And I see that here in this reading. And maybe you want to tell your story about this. He was physically abusive. So what? He's holding his heart in his hand because he's losing the person that he loved. But he battered this woman. He battered you. He put his hands on you. So you have the light to walk away from this situation. You're walking away because you know that you're too much. You know that you're better than this. You don't have to deal with somebody putting their hands on you. So it's finally clicked in your head to walk away. If finally the light in your head finally came on for you to get rid of this dude. And I congratulate you for that. You came out of that abusive situation. A lot of women won't, or women or men, however this resonates with you. But yeah, you walked away from finally got the light and walked away from this abusive person. Let him hold his heart in his hand all he wants to. He made the decision to put his hand on you, and you made the right decision to walk away out of his life. And I congratulate you for that. That's admirable. So you walked away from a situation and you're telling people about it. Maybe you're telling other women or other girls, or teenage girls or little girls, how not to get involved in an abusive relationship and how to get out of it and stay out of it and try to prevent yourself from ever getting into an abusive relationship again. Congratulations. Maybe you're going to high schools, talking to high schools. Maybe you're going to middle schools, talking to preteen girls about physical and sexual abuse, and keep them from being in a situation, and telling them what the red flags are. And for whatever reason, I think whoever I'm talking to tonight specifically may have a speech impediment. And if you do, if you have a speech impediment, hold your head up and keep on talking. People will be okay with that after a while. So what? Everybody has something about themselves that makes them uncomfortable. If you have a speech impediment, life goes on. You're going to pull your pants on the same way everybody else does. Don't hold your head down, and don't let people steal your joy. Life is what it is. Life is what we make it. So hold your head up high and don't worry about what people say about your speech impediment. And I have here storm warning. And I keep wanting to say storm warning over and over and over again, because you are about to hit pay dirt with your story, and that is so amazing. Even if all you do is talk to people about what you went through in this physical abuse situation with this dude here. Okay? This dude caused you heartache and loss. He was your storm warning. The storm warning. He told you he was going to hurt you, if not kill you, if you didn't get out of this abusive relationship, and you did. And because you did, because you came to your senses and you got out of this relationship with him, this is what you're going to end up with. Holding a coin, and holding so much more than a coin. Holding so much more than a coin. You're holding up your dignity, and that's in self-respect. That's more conducive than anything. That's more important than anything you can possibly do. And you're helping others, because you're coming into action by telling your story. You're telling your story. You're bringing action into a real messed up situation. And this is amazing for you. I feel very, very happy for you, because people are going to love you. Look how beautiful you are. Not to say that you weren't beautiful before. You're telling your story. People are listening to you. You were holding your head down, and you had a heart here, but now you're wearing your heart here, and that's beautiful, because you're hiding it, but here you're showing everybody how big your heart really is. Here you're covering it, but there's no need to cover it, because you're changing and turning into a very, very fruitful person, because you walked away from heartache and pain. So I don't know who this is for, but you don't have to worry about being emotionally drawn anymore, because you're not. You walked away from heartache and loss from a person who's putting their hands on you, and you have harmony in your life, where you're with yourself, by yourself, not in a relationship, and just telling your story. And there's nothing in here that's saying that you can be a fruitful person in your life. Okay? So I don't know who this is for. It's specifically for maybe one or two people, but in the end, you're going to have a cornucopia of blessings. A cornucopia of blessings for someone specific in this reading tonight. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope you are able to resonate with it. And if you do, go ahead and hit like and subscribe, and go ahead and pass this on to your friends. Thank you for watching, and I hope you get this message.